The SJWs are sinking their little fingers into board gaming again. This is a crazy, crazy story. This is the second company to get banned this year from a convention. The first was Origins Game Fair, where Ernie Gygax, who is the son of Origins founder, Gary Gygax, actually got banned because he ran afoul of the SJW diversity narrative earlier this year. Now we've got another one where somebody refused to bow to their evil ways. But we'll get to that in a second. For now, hit the like and subscribe button, everybody. I'm John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author, an incredible comic creator, and I've got my book, The Stars Rejoined, out now. It's on Amazon, and this is the third book in my Harassment War series. If you love fast-paced action, if you love great characters, if you love science fiction the way it was before the SJWs destroyed it, before they destroyed Worldcon, the Hugo Awards, and everything else in their wake, I have the alternative for you. Check out this series now. This is book 3 in my Harassment War trilogy. It is a complete series. You can read this and gear up for all the cool stuff I'm going to do in this universe in the future. Awesome. I'll leave that link in the description below. We've been covering Jeff Berggren earlier this year, and he, over the last week rather, he is the head of TGG Games. Now, TGG Games is a company that produces awesome board games. They've got a game Tournament Fishing online right now on Kickstarter, and they got into trouble because they had a frog which was pinching its fingers together as its cover of its rulebook. It was based on an actual photo, but the SJWs coalesced together and screamed white supremacy at him and just wouldn't let up, went over and over. This culminated with Suzanne from the Dice Tower being the biggest review group in the world, having huge power in the gaming industry, harassing Mr. Berggren and his company and trying to get him destroyed, trying to take Facebook comments where he was laughing this off out of context, acting like he was threatening to rape her, which is ridiculous, and there were no sign of this whatsoever. Absolute fake nonsense, and she should be banned from Gencon for harassing somebody like this, for a vendor who is just trying to sell his games. But instead, she took it to Gencon, and even though he invested more than $40,000 into this event, flew across the country a whole week out of his time for his company, he's been banned now from Gencon. As he says right here in his Facebook post, Gencon sent 0 folks from leadership to talk to me. 0 emails, 0 phone calls. Now, this is the problem with conventions these days. Worldcon actually did tell me why I was banned. They libeled me a racist bully on their website. And they were then held culpable under the law for being disgusting people that they are, for being the not inclusive and not diverse people that they are. Well, this is how they feel about Mr. Berggren, obviously at Gen Con as well, but they're not going to send an email. They're not going to send anything, because if they just don't say anything, maybe they're not liable under the law. I don't see how this can stand, because there is now a division being created where if you just run afoul of these people's politics at all, if you're just considered somebody they don't like, they are going to try to torch and destroy you, make it impossible to do your business, make it impossible for you to set up at conventions, and the law needs to step in and allow free commerce to exist and for people to not get harassed by people like Suzanne from the Dice Tower. This is disgusting, and the Dice Tower needs to be held culpable for this nonsense. He goes on and says, I walked the entire booth with the floor manager last night. There was no problems, and wanted Gen Con to sign off of diversity and being overall dope as fuck. I received that blessing today, and I'm gone. The company can still be there, but he cannot. Now, Gen Con says harassment will not be tolerated here, but Jeff didn't harass anybody. He was just setting up his booth. The only person who's being harassed is him, and Gen Con is, in fact, enforcing harassment by further pushing this on him and his company. It's really sad that this is happening, and I think that we need to really fight back. One, right now, you need to send emails to Gen Con letting them know that this is not acceptable. You need to contact these people, let them know that if they're going to harass game companies just because somebody doesn't like them, this is not going to be a place where you or your families can go and you and your families can frequent. It needs to be done. We need to stop these people before more people get hurt. I'm so mad about this morning. You can tell. I'm sorry about just my sort of over the top, but I'm sick of these people kicking people out of spaces, ruining people's fun, ruining people's businesses. Whew. All right. Let me know what you think about this. Take action as best you can and hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.